I'm Doug Massey, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to find a great insurance agency to put your final expense contracts under. One that absolutely fits you and that can practically guarantee your success. Now, that may be pushing it, but pull out your notepad because the information that you're about to get in this video is most likely going to be the difference between you becoming a typical, struggling, average insurance agent or you having the ability to make like multiple sales even on your very first day. Therefore, getting a taste of immediate success. If you're a new insurance agent, statistically speaking, you're most likely going to fail for the simple fact that the failure percentages for insurance agents, especially life insurance agents, in their very first year is a lot higher than the success percentages, unfortunately. So, before we get started, if you'd like our free new agent kit, just stick around until the end of this video and I'll show you how to get a bunch of free presentation sales materials that you'll absolutely want to use in your final expense presentation. And yes, now is a great time to like this video and subscribe if you're new. We're putting out new insurance sales content and final expense sales training videos like every week. The first thing that you'll want to do before you start working or before you pick an IMO or insurance agency is actually Google them. Google the name of the agency and the words review. Do they actually have reviews? I mean, are they good if they do have them? What about the owner? Google him or her. Do they have an online presence? Ask them about their background in sales. What accolades or awards do they have? Were they ever a top producing insurance agent? Does he or she have a background of proven success? There are several Facebook groups where recruiters and agency owners just sit around and basically wait for new agents to post their questions on like where to find good leads or where to start out at. And what's happening, guys, is these desperate recruiters are using these platforms to basically grab whatever agents that they can get. They'll comment with something like, feel free to reach out to me, I can help you. Or check this out, they'll private message everybody that they can, just like the illegal overseas call center workers. You know, the people that are trying to sell non-compliant and totally illegal leads. It's kind of pathetic, really. A telltale sign of the wrong place to start out with is that they want you to either buy leads from them or a vendor. Meanwhile, now here's the thing, buying leads is normal. Meanwhile, your first year commissions aren't even like 90 or 100%. Guys, let me be clear. If you're gonna have to actually pay for leads, 100% is considered minimum wage in the life insurance industry. Now, hold on, yeah, there are always going to be exceptions. I mean, maybe your upline is like taking you on sales calls and, you know, they're basically letting you do ride-alongs with them for weeks on end. The bottom line is if they're holding your hand through the learning curve, that's a different story. That makes sense. At that point, you probably shouldn't be getting 100% commission. When I see agents with 80% commission for their main product and they're having to generate their own leads or they're buying leads and they're either trying to sell remotely or face-to-face without a lot of training or help, it makes me want to pull my hair out. Another sign of the wrong place to contract and or work under or with is that maybe your manager or they tell you that they're gonna start you at their 100% level, and then when they send you the contracting email, this is important, guys, it shows the carriers to contract with, but there's no mention of the commission levels. I mean, why wouldn't it be right there in the email in black and white? Never, ever, ever contract with an agency that isn't transparent enough that they'll at least show you what your commission levels will be in black and white with each product. Sure, guys, this is kind of common sense stuff with a lot of us, but when you're new, it's a different story. So I'm speaking with agents every single week, and they tell me that they did the contracting and then found out that the commission levels were different with each carrier, which they didn't know, so that's one thing. But thing is, they end up having like 10 different insurance carriers, and maybe only one or two of them has a product at that 100% that they were promised. Very important. Does the agency you're looking at have an open release policy? And what that means is, if things don't actually work out, will they release your contracts? Now here's a pro tip. In the event where they say yes, of course we'll release you, just make sure that you have this in writing. I hate to say it, but shady companies and agency recruiters will tell you that they've got no problem with releasing you. Meanwhile, they really have no intention of releasing you if things don't work out, and will pretty much do everything possible to just hold you hostage and hope that you write a little extra business before you quit. Even if you ask and they answer in an email, to me, you at least have something to hold over them when they start jerking you around and maybe take a lot more time than necessary to release you. Unfortunately, this behavior is common for most insurance agencies and IMOs. Let's talk a little bit about the platform that the agency that you're looking at, you're checking into, has, and how to find out if it stands out and actually works for most hardworking agents, or if it's just another grind where like 90% of the agents fail because they never really had a chance in the first place. These huge agencies, IMOs, and/or insurance companies that love to spout out a lot of nonsense about how like they're the biggest company or they got more agents than any other company are usually the worst places to start. These guys will literally take on any agent with a heartbeat and just hope that maybe like 1 out of 10 is still selling with them a few months from now. And if someone shows you their W-2 or like 1099 and says, look, you can be like me one day, you need to run for your life. Churning agents into a platform where 90% of the agents fail and then bragging about how big the company is or how they've got like, agents that do really big numbers is super common in our industry, and I hate to say it, it's not gonna help you if they end up just telling you to buy some leads and go sell some insurance with like minimum training. Allow me to describe what a successful platform should look like by showing you what we do at my agency. With our agents, we set up the type of funnel system that you could pay like over $10,000 for, and then you have to run it yourself. Only, well, relax, we do that for like a fraction of the cost, and we actually run it and manage it for you. And by doing this, I am one of the few agency owners that can guarantee like 20 to even over 30 appointments per day of folks that are expecting a phone call from an agent with a quote for affordable life insurance. And literally, the only way the agent can fail is if they, don't follow the system or like do the work. Door knocking leads that you buy doesn't work for most agents. Now, look, it doesn't work? Sure. I don't care how strong your work ethic is though, the chances of that working out is practically insignificant. It's just a lot of work. Most people can't do the door knocking all day. Do your due diligence and stop listening to the nonsense. Put down the Kool-Aid and don't be afraid to invest into yourself. Use your common sense, guys. You've got this. If you'd like free final expense sales training, just click on the link above, and this is going to take you to our 3-part series that covers like everything you'll need to sell final expense successfully from the comfort of your own home. If you'd like a copy of that free new agent file that I mentioned earlier in the video, just email me at doug@ufesonline.com. Interested in having 20 plus appointments per day and full access to our top producer sales platform? Just shoot me an email at that same address. Remember, when you put the needs of your clients first, everything else will usually fall right into place. Now get off that couch or get on that headset and go do something good for someone today. Happy hunting.